Hello, welcome back. This is session 2 of Flipkart project. In today's session, we want to fetch all the data from MySQL database. So, before watching this session, I strongly recommend you to watch our previous session because in our previous session, we designed this project and all the data we loaded in a static manner. Today, we want to connect this application with MySQL database and we want to fetch all the data in dynamic manner from MySQL database. That is good. Let's close the application. Okay, this is my project structure. Here we have custom controls package. Inside that we have different classes. Thereafter we have Flipkart project. Inside that we have two classes. One is the card app, which is really important. And here we have images folder. Inside that we have different images. That is good. As you know that in today's video we want to fetch all the data from MySQL database. And here in the first step we want to load JDBC MySQL driver. Here we have libraries folder. We want to right click on that and then we want to click add jar folder. Thereafter here we have MySQL connector. We want to include that. Let's expand libraries folder. As you can see, MySQL connector driver is added. And if you don't have this driver, you can get from the link below. So after that, we want to establish connection between Java application and MySQL database. For that, we want to create a new package. And here, we want to create, for example, connection package. Inside that, we want to create a new class. For example, JDBC connection. Okay, this class can be used to establish connection between Java application and MySQL database. And here, in the first step, we want to include the required packages. We have different packages. We want to import that. Import java.sql connection, import java.sql SQL exception. Thereafter import java.sql driver manager class. Then we have import java.sql PreparedStatement. And after that we want to import java.sql ResultSet. So inside JDBC connection class, we want to define variables for database connection. Simple. Private, static, for example, final, string, URL equals, and here we want to assign database URL. Simple. We have JDBC, colon, we have MySQL database. Thereafter, you want to write localhost, and after that, we want to write port number 3306, and thereafter we want to write database name, for example card database or DB. So after that we want to define variable for username. Simple. Private, static, final, for example string, username equals root. After that we want to define another variable for password. Simple. Private, static, final, string, password equals empty. So after that, let's create a method to establish connection between Java application and MySQL database. Simple. Public static connection, for example get database connection. So let's establish the connection. Simple. Connection, for example link equals, we have driver manager class, driver manager dot get connection. We have a method get connection. We want to use this overloaded version, and here we want to pass URL, then we want to pass username, and then we want to pass password. So after that, we want to check the connection. Here, we will define simple if condition. If, for example, link not equals null, we will display a simple message system.out.println, for example, connected successfully. And finally, we want to return that connection. Simple. Return link. That is good. Here we have an error. Sorry. Unreported exception, SQL exception must be caught or declared to be true. To fix that error, you can use try catch or truth keyword. You want to use truth keyword. Simple, truth, SQL exception. As you can see, the error is fixed. So we connected Java application with MySQL database. As you can see, here we specified the database name, but still we have done this database in MySQL. Let's open MySQL Workbench. So this is the complete script of the database. We want to create CardDB. Inside that, we want to create a table, tblEmployee. Inside the employee table, we have different columns like EmployeeId, name, phone number, email, department, and imagePath. And here we have a simple insert statement to insert multiple records on the database. And this query can be used to insert 30 records on the database. Let's execute that to create the database table and insert all the records. As you can see, the database is created. After that, table is created. And then all the records are inserted into the database. Once again, I mentioned that you can get this script from the video description link. Let's switch back to NetBeans. And now we want to write a simple method to test the connection. And here we will write a main method, public static void main string args. So hereafter we want to call getDatabaseConnection method. And this method is a static method. First, we want to mention class name. We have JDBC connection class dot getDatabaseConnection. So here we got an exception, unreported exception, SQL exception. For that, we want to use truth keyword, simple truth. For example, SQL exception. So let's run the application. Here we got an exception. No driver found for the JDBC MySQL. Okay. Here we don't write full column. Let's write that. Thereafter, we want to run this again. As you can see, we got a message connected successfully. That is good. So the connection is established. Thereafter, we want to load all the data from MySQL database. First, we want to run the application. And here, as you can see, the data is static. Instead of that, we want to load all the data from MySQL database. Let's close the application. Let's open that form. So we wrote this code in our previous session. We want to remove this code. This is a static images. And then we want to remove this code also. Because instead of that, we want to fetch all the data from MySQL database in dynamic manner. Before writing any code, we want to open root folder of the project. Here we have Flipkart project. Inside that, we have employee images folder. In this folder, include all the employee images. Path of the images are stored on the MySQL database. That is good. Let's switch back to the NetBeans. And here, we want to write a code to get all the records from MySQL database. That means we want to generate Flipkarts in a dynamic manner. So we will write a query to get all the data from MySQL database. For that, we want to open MySQL Workbench. So let's write a simple select query. Select. We want to select name, phone number, email, department. Then we have imagePath from tblEmployee. Let's execute that query. So as you can see, we got all the records from the table. And here we have imagePath. Based on that, we want to get image from the directory. Let's copy the query. And here inside the NetBeans, we want to define a variable string, for example, SQL equals, we want to paste that query. That is good. Let's close that to see the full code. So thereafter, we want to read database connection from JDBC connection class. For that, we want to use try catch with resources. And here, we will write the catch block SQL exception, SQL exception. We want to import that package, simple, import java.sql.connection, we have connection, and import java.sql.sql exception. Thereafter, we have import java.sql.PreparedStatement. Then we have import java.sql.ResultSet. That is good. After that, you want to write SQL exception here, SQL exception, for example, exception. Okay, let's read the database connection. Simple connection, for example, link equals, we have JDBC connection class dot get database connection method. Because we created JDBC connection class, inside that we defined get database connection. And this method is responsible to establish connection between Java application and MySQL database. So thereafter, we want to use prepare statement. Simple. Prepared statement PS equals, we have link dot prepare statement, and we want to pass SQL queries. That is good. After that, we want to write ResultSet. Simple. We have ResultSet rs equals, we have ps dot execute query method. That is good. In one line of the code, we established the connection, we prepared the SQL statement, and we executed that query. So after that, we want to process this result set. We want to get record from the result set one by one. For this, we want to use while loop, while rs.next. So this can fetch record from MySQL database one by one. And we have different columns like name, phone number, email address, department, and image path. For that, we want to define variables. Simple. String, for example, we have name equals, we want to get string of, we have name column. Thereafter, we have phone. Simple. String phone equals rs.get string of phone. We have a phone column. Then we have department. Simple. String department equals rs.get string of department. After that, we have image path. Simple. String, for example, image path equals rs.get string of image path. So hereafter, we want to find a file because we want to load all the images from the database. If there is no image, we want to display a default image. Simple. Here we want to write file, for example, file, for example, image file equals new file, and we want to pass image path variable. An error. We want to copy that name. That is good. Let's define a buffered image also. Simple. Buffered image, for example, buffer image. So thereafter, we have two choices. If the image is present in the database, we want to load that image from the database. And if the image was not present in the database, we want to load the default image from the computer directory. Let's define a simple condition. If we have img file variable, we want to use exists method, exists. So if the image is present, we want to load that image. Simple. We have buffer image variable equals image io. We want to use read method, and here we want to pass image file variable. And here we got an exception and reported exception, IO exception. We want to handle that exception later. Here we want to define else block. If the image is not present, we want to load the default image from the computer directory. Buffer image equals, and here we want to use image io dot read. Let's read the default image, new file, and here you want to pass employee images directory, employee images, and then we have we have no image.png file. So here we have still error. That error we want to handle later. There is no problem. After that, we want to scale the image. That means we want to add weight, height, and quality to the image. For that, we want to use image. For example, image equals. We want to use buffer. We have buffer image. Then we have get scaled instance method, and that method accepts 3 parameters. We have weight, height, and hence. Weight, for example, 128, and height, for example, 140. And here you want to pass the quality for the image. For that, we want to use image dot we want to use scale smooth property. So after that, we want to create a card. As you can see, here we have inside the custom controls package, we have flip card class, and this class has a constructor that accepts person name, phone, email, department, and image. We want to use that constructor. Let's switch back to the card app. Simple. We have panel container dot add, and here you want to create an object from the flip card. Here you want to pass person name, phone number, email, department, and image. And finally, you want to handle that exception. Here you want to write we have file, we have IO exception. Let's import that. As you can see, the error is fixed. Hereafter, we want to run the application to see the result. Right click on that and then run. As you can see, we got a message connected successfully, and we loaded all the data from MySQL database. We have different records, and now the data is loaded from MySQL database in dynamic manner. And here we have a problem. Instead of name, we displayed phone number. Let's display person name instead of that. That is because here we have passed phone number. Let's pass name, and let's run the applications. As you can see, instead of phone number, we got person name. That is good. In the flip card, in one side we displayed image, person name, and department. When I mouse over, we displayed the details information like name, phone number, email, and department. That is so good. In our next video session, we want to add filter to the flip card. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos with friends. That is enough for today. Have a good day. See you in the next one.